Chapter 1: Safety and Grounding. Calming the nervous system. Read slowly. Leave small pauses between sentences. Let silence do part of the work. You don't need to do anything right now. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to understand anything. Just listen. If your eyes are open, let them rest wherever they are. If your eyes are closed, that's fine too. There is no correct way to be here. Nothing is required. Take a slow breath in and let it go. You don't need to control your breathing. Just notice that it's already happening. You are here, right here, not in the past, not in the future. Here, now. Let those two words settle. Here, now. Notice the place where your body meets the surface beneath you. The chair, the bed, the floor. You are supported. You don't have to hold yourself up. This moment holds you. Let your shoulders soften a little. Not because you're trying, but because they don't need to be tense right now. You are safe. You may not feel safe yet, and that's okay. Safety is not something you force. It's something you allow to arrive gently. You are safe. Let that phrase repeat quietly. Safe. Nothing is required. Your nervous system has been working hard. Protecting. Scanning. Staying alert. You don't need to thank it. You don't need to silence it. Just let it know. You are safe. Here. Now. Take another slow breath. Longer on the exhale. And notice, you made it to this moment. You are still here. Grounded. Feel the weight of your body. The steady contact. The quiet certainty of gravity. You don't need to float. You don't need to escape. You are grounded. Let that word land. Grounded. If thoughts arise, that's fine. If worries appear, that's normal. You don't need to follow them. You can let them pass, like sounds in the distance. Bring your attention back to these words. Safe. Here. Now. There is nothing you need to become in this moment. Nothing you need to improve. You are okay. Let yourself hear that clearly. I'm okay. Not perfect. Not finished. Just okay. And okay is enough. Nothing is required. Your body knows how to calm itself when it is given permission. You're giving it permission now. Notice the space around your breath. The slight pause after an exhale. The quiet gap. That gap is safety. You can rest there. Here. Now. If your mind says, I should be doing something, you can respond gently. Nothing is required. If your body feels restless, you can remind it, this moment holds me. Say it again, softly inside. This moment holds me. You are not being tested. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are here. You are safe. Let your jaw loosen. Let your tongue rest. Let your brow smooth slightly. Not effort, just release. Grounded. Each time you hear these words, your body learns them more deeply. Not intellectually. Physically. Safe. Here. Now. You don't need to stay alert. There is no emergency in this moment. Your nervous system can stand down. Just a little. You allowed to rest. I'm okay. Let that phrase echo once more. I'm okay. And if part of you doesn't believe it yet, that's all right. You don't need belief. You only need repetition. These words will do the work for you. Safe. Here. Now. Nothing is required. This moment holds you. Stay here for one more breath. Let it complete itself naturally. And when this chapter ends, carry just one word with you. Safe. You can return to it anytime. Chapter 2. Calm and stillness. Quieting the mind. You don't need to settle your mind. You don't need to stop your thoughts. Just listen. The mind becomes quiet, not when it is forced, but when it feels safe enough to rest. You've already done enough. Take a gentle breath in and let it go slowly. There is no place you need to reach, no state you need to achieve. You are allowed to slow down. Let these words arrive without effort. Calm, quiet, ease, gentle. You don't need to hold on to them. You don't need to repeat them perfectly. Just hear them. Come. The pace of this moment is slower than the pace of your thoughts. You can match this moment instead. Slow down. Nothing is chasing you. Nothing is being demanded of you. There is time. Let your breathing find its own rhythm. Not deeper, not better, just natural. In the spaces between breaths, there is stillness. You don't need to create it. It's already there. Quiet. If the mind wanders, that's okay. Wondering is what minds do. Each time you notice, you can gently return to these words. Calm, ease, no judgment, no correction. You are not doing this wrong. There is time. Let your shoulders drop slightly. Let your hands soften. Notice how effort begins to fade. When it is no longer required, you can pause. Say that softly inside. I can pause. Not forever. Just now. This moment does not need your attention sharpened. It does not need analysis. It only needs your presence. Quiet, like the surface of a lake. When the wind settles, the mind begins to smooth itself. Not instantly, gradually, gently, ease. There is nothing you need to solve. In this moment, whatever waits for you will still be there later. Right now, you are allowed to rest. Slow down. If emotions rise, let them rise. If they pass, let them pass. You don't need to name them. Stillness does not mean emptiness. It means no resistance. Come, feel the difference between effort and allowing. Choose allowing. There is time. Your nervous system listens to the tone of these words. It hears permission. Permission to quiet. Permission to soften. Permission to pause. Gentle. Notice the quiet underneath everything. The quiet that was always there. You didn't lose it. You were just distracted. Quiet. Stay here for a few breaths. No rush. No direction. Just being. Come. And as this chapter comes to a close, there is nothing you need to take with you. But if one word remains, let it be this one. Ease. You can return to it whenever the world feels loud. Chapter 3. Permission and release. Letting go of pressure. You don't need to carry everything right now. You don't need to hold it all together. Just listen. There are many things you've been holding. Responsibilities, expectations, unfinished thoughts. For this moment, you are allowed to set them down. Nothing is required. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine a little weight leaving your body. Not all of it, just a little. That is enough. Let these words arrive gently. Enough. Release. Soft. Allow. You don't need to earn rest. You don't need to deserve it. Rest is allowed. You can let your body soften without explanation. Enough. If your mind says, I should be doing more, you can answer quietly. Not today. There will be time later. Right now, you are allowed to pause. Release. Notice where you are holding tension. The jaw, the neck, the chest. You don't need to force anything open. Just allow. Soft. Pressure dissolves when it is no longer resisted. You don't have to push it away. You don't have to understand it. You can let it pass through. I don't have to. Let that sentence settle. I don't have to. Not everything needs your effort. Not everything needs your attention. Some things resolve themselves when given space. Enough. Feel how different it is to stop trying, to stop fixing, to stop carrying what doesn't belong to this moment. Release. There is no penalty for resting your mind, no consequence for being gentle with yourself. Soft. If guilt appease, let it be there. You don't need to fight it. You can allow it to fade on its own. Nothing is required. Your worth is not measured by how much you do or how much you endure. You are enough without strain. Enough. Let your breath move freely again. No control, no correction. Just allow. Release. This moment does not ask you to be strong. It only asks you to be present. Soft. As this chapter ends, you don't need to remember everything. Just one phrase is enough. I don't have to. Carry that with you. And when pressure returns, you'll know where to come back. Chapter 4. Strength without force. Quiet inner stability. You don't need to push yourself right now. You don't need to prove anything. Just listen. Strength does not always announce itself. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it is still. Sometimes strength is simply staying. Let these words arrive gently. Steady, solid, stable, rooted. You don't need to rush forward. You don't need to retreat. You can remain. Feel the steady presence of your body, the way it holds you without effort. You are supported, even when you are not trying. Steady. There may be things in your life that feel heavy, uncertain, unfinished. You do not need to resolve them now. Strength is not urgency. Strength is patience. I don't need to rush. Let that phrase settle. I don't need to rush. Notice the calm confidence in slowing down, in choosing steadiness over strain. Solid. Your breath continues. Your heart continues. You don't have to command them. They know what to do. Stable. If doubt appease, you don't need to argue with it. You can simply stand where you are, rooted, like a tree that does not hurry the seasons. You are allowed to grow at your own pace. Nothing is wrong with this moment. Nothing is missing. Steady. There is a kind of strength that comes from not reacting, from staying grounded when things feel uncertain. You are learning that strength now. Quietly, without effort. I can hold this. Say it softly inside. I can hold this. Not forever. Just now. And now is enough. Solid. You don't need to feel powerful to be strong. You don't need confidence to be capable. You are still standing. That matters. Stable. Let your body feel its own weight, the way it connects to the ground beneath you. You are not drifting. You are not lost. You are here, rooted. As this chapter comes to a close, you don't need to take on more. Just carry one word with you. Steady. It will meet you whenever things feel unbalanced. Chapter 5. Hope and Possibility. Opening the mind gently. You don't need to feel hopeful right now. You don't need to believe that everything will work out. Just listen. Hope does not begin as certainty. It begins as openness. A small space where something new is allowed to appear. Let these words arrive softly, possible, open, maybe, forward. You are not being asked to jump ahead, only to loosen the grip on what feels fixed, possible. There may be parts of your life that feel stuck, heavy, unmoving. That does not mean they are finished. It only means they are resting. Maybe. Notice how that word feels different from yes and different from no. Maybe creates room. Open. You do not need to know the next step. You only need to know that there is one. Forward. Even stillness can be a kind of movement. When it is not resisted, something can change. Let that sentence settle. Something can change. Not everything. Not all at once. Just something. And something is enough. Possible. Your mind does not need proof to soften. It only needs permission to stop closing. Open. If fear rises, you don't need to push it away. Fear can exist alongside possibility. They do not cancel each other. Maybe you are allowed to imagine without committing. You are allowed to consider without deciding. They are options you cannot see yet. That does not mean they are not they. Forward. Each time you return to this chapter, your mind learns a new pattern. Not forcing answers, not collapsing into doubt, just staying open. Possible. Let your breath move freely again, as if it, too, is curious about what comes next. You are not at the end. You are in the middle, and the middle is flexible. Maybe, as this chapter closes, you don't need to carry a plan. Just carry one word. Possible. Let it walk with you, quietly, into the rest of your day. Chapter 6. Self-trust. Listening to your inner knowing. You don't need to be certain right now. You don't need to have all the answers. Just listen. Trust does not arrive as confidence. It arrives as quiet permission to listen inward. Let these words come to you softly. Trust. Know. Learn. Inner. You have been learning all along. Even when it didn't feel like progress. Nothing you've experienced has been wasted. Learn. You don't need to rush to conclusions. You don't need to get it right the first time. You are allowed to learn as you go. I'm learning. Let that sentence settle. I'm learning. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. Trust grows, not from perfection, but from experience. No, there are things you already understand without needing to explain them. You don't have to justify your innocence. You don't have to defend it. Inner. If you feel uncertain, that doesn't mean you are wrong. It means you are paying attention. Trust. You can pause before deciding. You can move slowly. You can change your mind. All of that belongs to self-trust. I can figure this out. Say it gently inside. I can figure this out. Not instantly. Not alone. But in your own time. Your inner voice does not shout. It does not pressure. It speaks quietly when you are willing to listen. Trust. Each time you return to this chapter, you strengthen something subtle. A relationship with yourself. One built on patience instead of urgency. No, you don't need to compare your path to anyone else's. Your pace is not behind. It is yours. Inner. As this chapter comes to a close, you don't need certainty. Just one gentle truth. I'm learning. Let that be enough for today. Chapter 7. Focus and direction. One step at a time. You don't need to see the whole path right now. You don't need to know how everything will unfold. Just listen. Clarity does not come from doing more. It comes from doing less, more deliberately. Let these words arrive gently. Clear. Simple. 1. Focus. You don't need to carry the entire day. You only need to meet this moment. One step. Let that phrase settle. One step. Your mind may try to rush ahead, listing tasks, imagining outcomes. You don't need to follow it. Bring your attention back to what is in front of you. Just this. Say it softly inside. Just this. Focus is not tension. It is ease with direction. Clear. Notice how relieving it feels to let go of everything else. Not forever. Just for now. Simple. You are allowed to simplify. You are allowed to choose less. That is not avoidance. That is wisdom. I know what matters. Let that sentence land. I know what matters. You may not know everything, but you know one thing. And one thing is enough to begin. Focus. Each time you return to this chapter, your mind learns a new habit. Not scattering, not overwhelming, but settling. Clear. If distraction arises, you don't need to criticize yourself. You can gently return to one thing. One step. That is how progress actually happens. Quietly. Consistently. Simple. As this chapter ends, you don't need a list. Just carry one phrase with you. One step. Let it guide you without urgency into what comes next. Chapter 8. Gratitude and appreciation. Receiving what is already here. You don't need to feel grateful right now. You don't need to search for positives. Just listen. Gratitude is not something you perform. It's something you notice. When the body feels safe enough to receive, take a slow breath in and let it go. There is no rush. Let these words arrive softly. Thankful, appreciated, warm, full. You don't need a reason. You don't need a list. Gratitude can begin with what is already present. Notice the temperature of the air, the support beneath you, the simple fact of being here. This is enough. Let that sentence settle. This is enough. Not everything. Not forever. Just this moment. I notice what's good. You don't have to look far. Goodness does not always announce itself. Sometimes it is quiet, ordinary, easy to overlook, warm. There may be a small comfort you can sense, a softness, a steadiness. You don't need to amplify it. Just notice it. Thankful. Appreciation does not mean nothing is wrong. It means something is also right. Full. Even if the day has been heavy, there can still be a gentle fullness here. A breath, a pause, a moment of ease. I receive this moment. Say that softly inside. I receive this moment. Receiving does not require effort. It requires openness. You don't need to grasp. You don't need to hold on. Just allow. Appreciate it. Let yourself feel how it is to be supported by the chair, by the floor, by this quiet space. You are held more than you realize. Warm. Gratitude settles the nervous system by reminding it that not everything is a threat, that something is safe, something is nourishing. This is enough. Your body responds to appreciation before your mind does. You don't need to convince yourself. Just let the words repeat gently. Thankful, warm, full. Notice how your breath feels when you are not bracing. Notice the small softening. I notice what's good. That sentence is an invitation, not a demand. You can accept it or let it pass. Either way, nothing is wrong. Full. As this chapter begins to close, you don't need to carry gratitude with effort. Let it carry you. Just one phrase is enough to take with you. This is enough. You can return to it whenever the day feels demanding. And for this moment, receive what is here. Chapter 9. Renewal and Identity. Quietly becoming who you are. You don't need to change right now. You don't need to fix yourself. Just listen. Change does not arrive as a storm. It arrives as a gentle unfolding, a quiet becoming. Let these words settle softly. Renew. Become. Grow. Change. You have been evolving all along, even in ways you cannot see. Renew. Your body and mind refresh naturally through each breath, each moment of rest, each simple day. You do not need to force it. You only need to allow it. Grow. Sometimes growth is visible. Sometimes it is invisible. Both are real. Both are enough. Become. You are not the same as yesterday, and you will not be the same tomorrow. Even if you feel stuck, you are changing quietly beneath the surface. Change. It does not need to be dramatic. It does not need to be fast. Small steps create lasting transformation. I am changing gently. Say it softly inside. I am changing gently. No rush. No judgment. Just recognition. You are allowed to release old stories about who you should be, who you were supposed to become. Renew. Notice what feels authentic in this moment. Not pressured, not performed, just real. Become. You do not need to follow anyone else's path. You only need to honor your own rhythm, your own pace. Grow. Even setbacks are part of this process. They are not failures. They are lessons. They are refinements. Change. Each time you return to this chapter, your inner self becomes more familiar, more trusted, more respected. I am changing gently. There is no end point, no final version, only unfolding. Renew. Feel the subtle strength in patience, the quiet power in observation, the calm courage of just being. Become. You can hold the past lightly. You can meet the future softly. You do not need to rush into either. Grow. As this chapter comes to a close, carry with you one simple truth. I am changing gently. It will meet you whenever life feels heavy, whenever doubt appease. Renew. Become. Grow. And remember, the process of becoming is already happening. Chapter 10. Integration and Return. Completing the daily ritual. You don't need to carry everything from the day with you. You don't need to finish or perfect anything. Just listen. This chapter is a pause, a gentle return, a moment to gather yourself. Let these words arrive softly. Continue. Return. Cycle. Begin. You have listened. You have paused. You have rested. And that is enough. Nothing more is required. Continue. Even as the day moves on, you can carry this calm with you. Quietly, gently, without effort. Return. Your mind and body will remember this practice. Long after the words stop, even in small ways, you are changing. Cycle. The words you have heard through these chapters create a rhythm your nervous system knows, a rhythm that encourages safety, calm, ease, and trust. Begin. Each day is a new beginning, not because the world changes, but because you bring yourself back to this space. Safe, calm, enough, steady, possible, learning, one step, thankful, renewing. All of the words you have heard are yours to return to whenever you need them. They are anchors, gentle reminders, a quiet path back to yourself. Nothing is required. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to return. This moment holds you. Take a slow breath in and let it go. Feel how your body carries the memory of each chapter. The calm, the steadiness, the openness, the trust, the gratitude, the renewal. All of it is part of you now. And if the world asks more than you can give, you can return here. Quietly, gently, without judgment. Carry one word with you from this chapter. Return. It is enough to guide you through the rest of your day, or to prepare you for rest. And when you return to this audiobook tomorrow, or any day after, you will find yourself already here, already safe, already calm, already steady, already learning, already receiving. Integration is simple. Noticing, breathing, allowing yourself to be held by the rhythm of these words. Cycle, begin, return. Let this be your final pause for today. And know, the ritual continues quietly every time you listen again.